Well, it's Blood and Guts 2025. So y'all tell me what's the difference between War Games and Blood and Guts? Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know. I'll tell you what the difference is. There's no difference whatsoever. Watch and see. There's no difference whatsoever. But it's treated like it's some difference to it. There's none.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first ever Women's Blood and Guts! Two participants enter the cage for one 5-minute round. Every few minutes, another participant.
See? The same damn thing.
The match officially begins after all 12 participants have entered the cage. The winning team is determined by making any opponent submit or surrender.
Brian Danielson, a very important distinction there. There is no escape. There is no pinfall. There is no disqualification, submission, or surrender. The only ways to win.
Yeah, that changes the scope of this from a normal cage match or any sort of regular street fight and that sort of thing. It is only submit or surrender. It'll be interesting to see what happens here tonight.
Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, Sky Blue.
Well, Sky Blue's only starting things out for her side. Apparently, Tribal Madness, Marina Shafir, Megan Bain, Mercedes Monet, they conferred, they elected Sky Blue to start this first 5-minute interval. And I think that speaks to Sky Blue's toughness, her quality, a testament to her durability.
That's a great point. Also, it's a testament to their confidence in Sky Blue. Young lady who in a very short period of time has come a long way.
See, I think it's barbaric bullshit. This stuff shouldn't be going on. It's barbaric.
We saw World Nightingale come down.
Of course, these people are going to eat it up. That's like the Romans did. The Romans did. I mean, put me on somebody from the Lincoln Lions den. Of course I can go mad. They always have. People, mankind is barbaric.
I was taken aback by her as well. I can imagine for the women, this is their first time being in this structure.
I think Willow Nightingale looked so excited, so happy to be part of this as she looked at that structure. And only Willow Nightingale, with that on her top, smile anyway. Well, there's going to be some smiling in the beginning, but there's going to be a lot of serious looks.
Remember, it is a 5-minute interval to start the proceedings here tonight. And every few minutes, a new competitor will enter until all 12 have entered. And only then will the blood and guts match officially begin. And right now, both women battering each other and a hockey fight in between the rings to kick off the action here tonight.
Yeah, they both came to the ring with weapons. Willow Nightingale with a trash can lid, and Sky Blue with what looks like a kendo stick wrapped in barbed wire.
I believe
This is crazy.
It is crazy. And keep an eye on these two ladies who are fighting right between the ring. What an important part of blood and guts it is. In the ring, you can get stuck, you can get hurt, you can twist a knee, but it's a very important part of this battleground.
Yeah, tons and tons of unforgiving steel surrounding the cage. As Willow Nightingale, a handful of Sky Blue's hair, and remember, no disqualification. This is all legal as Willow taking Sky for a very unfortunate ride. And you notice Willow, she came to the match with the hair down, Brian, but as married men at the desk, we know when the hair goes up, that's when the business is about to take.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, when my wife puts her hair up, I know I went for it.
So right now, Willow Nightingale with the advantage, battering Sky Blue against the fence. But Sky, a handful of Willow's hair. Willow puts on the brakes. And Sky, again, she puts on the brakes, gets the hands up, but I mentioned the unforgiving steel, Tony. It is so easy for a laceration to occur, not just on the head, the face, but on the hands, the body as well.
Yeah, this steel is it's no cliche, but it is unforgiving. You can throw someone into the cage. You notice we do have a little extension on each side of the ring, but that doesn't make it any easier.
Good to the side of the head. Sky Blue sent down. Willow Nightingale once again returning Sky to the outside, into the cage. Looking for maybe the power bomb, the Dr. Bomb on the outside, but a slingshot and Sky Blue face. First ever. The flesh of Sky Blue's face raked the cage on the way down, Ryan.
Yeah. And then again into the cage with the bounce.
Use the cage, guys, girls, use it.
Willow Nightingale with the upper hand. Sky Blue just looked off my monitor. She is down after the pounce into the cage. Willow feeling confident here, but Willow, on some level, Brian, she has to know that her team has the disadvantage. The next person to enter the blood guts cage will be somebody from Sky Blue's side.
Yeah, that's what they fought for. Those blood and guts advantage matches last week. The Triangle of Madness, Megan Bain, Mercedes, their team won the advantage battle. So they'll have the advantage in all of these entrances.
We got blood already. And
oh my goodness.
I think, guys, if you're one of the first two in the ring, you're going to be in there the entire time. So I'm really thinking it's easy to say, probably hard to do, Brian, but you kind of got to pace yourself, right, a little bit. Because you're going to be in there the entire length of the time.
Well, I actually think that's one of the reasons why the Triangle of Madness picked Sky Blue for this position. Is because she's incredibly tough, incredibly durable, and her cardio does not stop.
Likewise, Willow Nightingale, the same for her team. She has been in these, these type of situations before. She's been in street fights. She's been in some of the most brutal matches we've seen in the AEW Women's Division. But again, this is the first ever blood and guts match for the Women's Division in AEW. And something that I think the women in AEW's locker room have seen as a long time coming. There are so many rivalries that are intersecting here. You've got the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship tournament. You've got the AEW Women's World Championship coming up at Full Gear a week from Saturday. There are so many rivalries as the clock counting down. Sky Blue.
See what they're saying? That's lazy fucking writing. All them rivalries going to convert into a cage. Who cares, man, about the cage match between all these people? I'm like C-Jacks. It's meaningless.
And Julia Hart, I mentioned the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament, Sky Blue. Her partner, Julia Hart, the second woman to enter the cage, a woman that will match against Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron in the semifinal round of the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Tournament. And Brian, as I said, much needed relief for Sky Blue, who is busted open, but Willow Nightingale is getting worked over by Julia Hart.
Yeah, and I mean, this is the benefit of those advantage matches, of them winning the advantage matches last week. Look at this. Willow Nightingale has been in the cage for 5 full minutes, and Julia Hart comes in fresh as a daisy, and she's taking it to Willow Nightingale.
As we are seeing how important those 6 matches were, the advantage matches that we had last week, you're seeing how important it was for Sky Blue and for Julia Hart, because Sky Blue right now is in a bad way. It's kind of one-on-one here. Look.
Now, Sky Blue, a chance to recover. You saw the top of your screen. She was wiping the blood out of her eyes. It is pouring out of the face of Sky Blue, and that's just a testament to the danger that the cage represents, Brian.
Sky Blue.
Sky Blue and Julia Hart searching for something inside the turnbuckle pads.
They didn't plant something, did they?
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Thus far, coming up empty-handed, but
yeah, good move by Willow Nightingale, though, escaping to that second ring. You've got to think right now that the Sisters of Sin want to use this time that they have with Willow Nightingale 2-on-1 to weaken her, because they're going to be facing Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron in the tag tournament.
And we saw the video on social media earlier today of the women scouting the cage and perhaps these Sisters of Sin coming up with some sinister ideas, knowing that they would be isolated with one member of the opposition as Willow gets flattened out, double thrust kicks. This and Sky Blue.
Oh, she's bleeding buckets.
That is a 7.5 on the Breakabuki scale.
You know what? As the countdown goes on, this match going to go on. This match cannot end right now.
Her tag team partner in the tournament, Harley Cameron. About to step in the battle, Harley marching to the ring, steel chair in hand, and tossing it at the head of Sky Blue. And now, ducking underneath Julia Hart, Harley. Blam! Julia Hart.
Yes, sir, go right to it. These two teams will be in the semifinals of the tournament, but they're going at it right now.
And when they meet in the semifinals, you're going to have to imagine the bad blood is only going to be heightened, pun fully intended there. As Harley Cameron now trying to bail out her partner, fighting against this numerical disadvantage 2-on-1, but Sky Blue kick to the midsection.
Sky Blue looks like a zombie. Actually, like a zombie. Face just covered in blood.
Double suplex, no. Harley lands on her feet, great balance and roll there. With the back up for Harley Cameron.
Yeah, it's Sky Blue. I mean, there's a lot more time to go in this match, and she's already bled so much.
Brian, we know that the more you bleed, the tougher it is to breathe, the tougher it is to catch your breath, because every time your heart pumps, you are losing not just blood, but oxygen from your system.
Yeah, and you get dizzy. You know, and in a match like this, the last thing that you want is to lose your balance, get dizzy.
Now the Babes of Wrath. And the Sisters of Sin set up in opposite corners, drop kick in the face of Julia Hart.
Take advantage of the even 2-on-2 here now, because it's not going to be like that soon.
Will the Cannonball as the first ever Women's Blood and Guts match continues on TBS and HBO Max. Don't go anywhere.
Monet is going to be talked about for years.
Thrivent can help you plan your finances for the people, causes, and communities you're most thankful for. Thrivent, where money means more.
It is Blood and Guts live on AEW Dynamite for the first time ever. The women are competing in the most dangerous match in all of professional wrestling. Willow Nightingale and Julia Hart in the pounds there. And Harley Cameron battering Sky Blue down in the corner. At the clock counting down, we know that whoever enters the match next will be somebody from Sky Blue and Julia Hart's side. Let's find out who. Oh, brother. Here comes a maniac. The Toxic Spider Tekla. The third point in the Triangle of Madness, along with Sky Blue and Julia Hart. Yeah, this is great strategy, Excalibur. The entire triangle is out here. Flying crossbody by Tekla. Takes down Willow, talks underneath Harley Cameron. Great poise, great agility, and a great spear. Landed by Tekla. That's how she put away Harley Cameron this past Saturday on Collision. And now Tekla going into her boot here. Watch out. That's around her boot. That's the leather.
It's like killing two birds with three stones.
Oh my God.
Into the tournament.
And Tekla watching her opponents here. But turning her back on Willow Nightingale. Lariat attempt.
Okay, Tekla, you have got to agree with this, guys. One of the toughest women I've seen in AEW. I mean, she is as tough as they come.
Yeah, one of the toughest and one of the craziest. She is tough, she is sinister, and she fits right in alongside Sky Blue and Julia Hart. As now the Triangle of Madness striking the boots to the side of the head, and the clock ticking down. Now there'll be some reinforcements for Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. Who's coming next? The heavy artillery. A woman who's had an axe to grind with the Toxic Spider Tekla, because it was Tekla who tried to make
There's all those tags.
the back. It ruptured.
It was tax that we believe, Brian.
Notice how Tekla fell out of the wall as soon as Jimmy Hayter came to the ring. She wasn't able to avoid that kendo stick down.
Oh my God, she's ripping skin off the backs of the Triangle of Madness.
Jamie Hayter, as I mentioned, that heavy artillery, and that's not just a kendo stick, that's a kendo stick wrapped with barbed wire. I believe that's the one that Sky Blue came to the ring with. But it was some months ago, Jamie Hayter, she was scheduled for an in-ring address. But before she got a chance to do it, Brian, the lights went out, and when they came back on, Hayter was left laying, and it was Tekla who made her debut that night and dropped the former AEW Women's World Champion.
Yeah, and when asked about it or when talking about it, she said it was just because Jamie Hayter was there. It wasn't even anything personal, which I think disrespects Jamie Hayter even more. Look at that.
And Tekla driven into the tag, some into her hands, some into her face, and Jamie Hayter battering the Toxic Spider.
It was Jamie Hayter that proclaimed on Collision, let's settle this in blood and guts.
See, there's all this unintended damage with some of this stuff when you look at the tags. Every time you're down on the ground, even if you're on offense, it can affect you.
Well, the heavy artillery coming in from one side, and the even heavier artillery.
Here comes the cleanup hitter. Watch out.
Penelope Ford. She suffered that injury to her right arm, but she vowed to make those responsible pay. And now she is there at the side of the Megasis, the fourth entrant for the team with the advantage here in Blood and Guts. Jamie Hayter. She's got that leather strap ahead.
Holy crap!
What a kick to the face of Jamie Hayter.
Holy crap!
Cameron ducked the leg.
Took her dang head off. My God!
What a phenomenal athlete the Megasis is. Phenomenal.
Yeah, and there's still all those tacks on the ground.
This woman's not human. This woman here is not human. By no means. There's no way a woman could that's get her legs up that high. My gosh.
She traveled to Japan, competed in Stardom in Japan, and now back here tonight in Greensboro for the blood and guts match.
Yeah, but right now showing no signs of jet lag.
That's a good point. It's a long way to go, is what you guys know.
Hater and Bane battering each other.
Look at the bodies everywhere in the background. Isn't that amazing?
Okay. Bane now finds carry. Sets Hater down, and remember those tags, as you pointed out, Brian, still living all over the ring.
Oh my gosh! German suplex.
Hey, Carl, that Harvey Cameron, you fucking idiot. That's not going to take her down. I mean, hell, fire. I mean, yeah, she's got to be stupid. Well, there goes your hips.
Remember, Harley Cameron, less than 50 matches in her professional career, Brian. I bet your 49th match was not anything close to this.
Nothing like this at all.
Well, the AEW Women's World Champion, Chris Statlander. A kendo stick in her hand. Is that a kendo stick or a pool cue? That's a pool cue. She just cracked across the back of Megan Bane.
You see that chin? There it is right there. Penelope Ford with that slipped it in the ring from the outside.
And Statlander with Tekla up on her shoulders. Statlander sending the spider into the steel. And Tekla sliding down. Oh, Statlander.
Just look the power. Oh, look at this. I love the power exhibited by these women.
That's right. Get back to January of this year, the first ever women's casino gauntlet match. We're going to see Queen Amanada, who was injured, who was taken out of this match. Amanada trying to back off, before take her out of the equation. But it was Chris Statlander and Megan Bane that crossed paths in that women's casino gauntlet match, right? But Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander, they've had a very complicated recent history. They're trying to make peace, trying to sort things out here.
Yeah, you're right, a very complicated. And watching on the Megasis is just absolutely incredible what she can do.
Sky Blue, I think, doing her part, sending Statlander to Willow Nightingale as well. But now flashbacks to January here, the women's casino gauntlet match. Statlander Bane battling as blood and guts continues to go anywhere.
With today's NBA stars, no lead is safe.
Bet on it. Up 20 used to be a lock.
To step Booker and Bro.
Throwing her body, bashing the Megasis' skull off the frame. The stand. And guts match continuing live from Greensboro, North Carolina. Harley Cameron scaling the cage, escaping the powerbomb position from Megan Bane, and now bashing the Megasis' skull off the frame. The stanchion in a powerbomb
strategy here. I think the ring on the right's the place to be, but that's the one without the tax. Anytime you land in the left ring, the tax everywhere.
As Harley Cameron throwing her body. A triple cross body for Harley. As now the fifth competitor of the team with the advantage will be coming in, and it is none other than the CEO.
Gotta make sure her belts are on display. You think she's gonna go right for first down, Leonard?
It will be Mercedes Benz, Kristen Wagner, a week from this Saturday at Full Gear, New Jersey.
From Morenci, Arizona, where the copper mines glow, I could see Clifton in the canyon below. In Clifton lived Rosie, we danced and we dined on the money I made in the open pit mine. I loved my sweet Rosie, and she loved me too. There was nothing for Rosie that I wouldn't do. Her hugs and her kisses, they were something divine. Gave me the reason for working that mine. While I was out walking with my Rosie one day, we passed the store window with the rings on display. I bought those she wanted, now they sparkle and shine. Spent the money I made in the open pit mine. Her love would bring heartbreak that I would soon learn, 'cause she would two-time me when my back was turned. Rosie would go dancing and she'd drink that red wine while I worked like a slave in the open pit mine. One night I caught Rosie on her rendezvous. She was hugging and kissing with somebody new. It was there that I shot her while her arms were entwined, and I buried her deep in that open pit mine. I took a look at my future, and what did I see? There was nothing but trouble awaiting for me. But when the sun rises, Lord, I'll be satisfied.